So what I'm going to do now is suggest some gestures around 10 words that come up a lot in my work with organizations, and I'd like you to see these as suggestions how you yourself could use these gestures. So several options come up with the word increase. One way would be to show your base point, where your starting point is right now, and then say, so what we need to do is increase what we're doing. That's the straight way of doing it. Another way of, if you're going from low to high, you could say, we need to increase what we're doing. That would be a one-handed increase. Or going back to the XY axis, do remember that one option would also say, here's where we are now. Our goal is to increase expenditures right up to this level. So that's three nice options you have around the word increase. Obviously, increase has a brother or a sister, and that's decrease. Decrease could be starting up here and going down here, or taking the starting point and going over your hand all the way down to here, keeping this one up to show the gap, and again with the XY axis saying we need to decrease expenditures. I can't think of an organization that doesn't use the word strategy from time to time, or strategic. The word and the gesture together is something like this. I found people are quite successful saying, we have the strategy from out in the field. What we want to do now is look together how we can create a strategy and then roll that out into the future. Another word that comes up a lot is the word platform, and my suggestion is actually show people the platform with their hands. So you could say, this is the platform we're creating, and on top of this platform we want to grow 10% over the next 10 years. Or another option would be go back to the leveler idea and say, this is the platform we have, and on top of that we're going to be growing 10%. And remember that it's important to keep and hold that gesture and then slowly drop as you get into the next sentence. A lot of what we do is about taking initiative or asking groups to take initiative. And so the gesture I find is that you're almost holding on to something out in the distance and pulling in. You'll see politicians do this quite a bit. Folks, as we move ahead, I'd like everybody to take 3 strategic initiatives and then roll them out and then inform me what they're going to be for the next year. In our world today, global comes up a lot. And I've seen a lot of people say, so this is a global initiative. The problem with that, it looks like more of a local initiative. So if you are doing global, one of the important things to remember with global and all your gestures is you really have to commit to it. So if you are showing global, remember to make it nice and big. Or if you're showing global, make it nice and big. Go all the way out to the edge. Remember the firm hands, the parallel hands. Folks, this is a global initiative. Much like taking initiative, leaders actually ask people to take specific measures. And what I want to educate you on is something called the tweezer. So when you ask for specific measures, you could do it like this. So folks, I'd like to ask you to go back and take specific measures to make sure this doesn't happen again. Forward is an important word in our work. Starting from this side, you could show forward going this way. Taking the strategic plan we have and moving it forward will be what we need to do over the next 6 weeks. So you could show forward moving this way, or you could say, based on what happened in the past, we need to take all of these initiatives and move them forward. Or you could show the base point and say, my concern is how we're going to roll this out and take this forward into the future. Much like forward, backward is something we need to use in our presentations. So remember the base point and say, looking backwards into the past, there are reasons why we've done it this way. Or remembering the parallel hands and that past, present, and future, you could say, I'd like to understand what are the things that we've done in the past that could take us to where we are today. One of the gestures we talked about was the leveler. Now the leveler's got a lot of energy in it, and it has a cousin which is actually the word soft. And if you need to tell people that this is a soft start, that we're not really there yet, we're going to be rolling this out over time, that would potentially be an acceptable time to not have your hands parallel and firm. So remember, when you're going soft, and when you are going soft, you may actually want to bring the volume down just to let people know that you are talking soft.